Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Mike. Go on, Eddie. Exit.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Easy. Kill. Turn up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. So they get the completion, that's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
Hey, 43. Mike's 47. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, 43. Watch safety creeping.
He is going to find Hill here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Let's go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run. This is Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Tight down. There you go.
2nd and 3. Completes it to Watt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They're going to look to throw. Got his open man. It's Carr. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Give him a couple. On the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check.
On the ground, Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Get it, baby. Boom.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Ready? 10-2 stop. Double dog. That's the way. Clear.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Attack! 43! 43!
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he goes out. Right around the 39.
A gain of 6. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Gets this one to Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Looking to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun now on third down. The open man is Smith. At 21 yards there as they convert on third.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be. Yeah,
you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Kamara try the right side. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I got you.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. Here's Mahomes to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Color.
Smoke. 50.
You gotta go, baby.
54.
Mahomes now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
18 Gator.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in Week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start Week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
First down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic. Let me go.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Lock it. It's me and you. 49, check 45.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. And Lutz's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yellow.
54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Don't get nervous.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Saints' 34-yard line.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Go on, Eddie.
Got one. I got one. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Hey, 43, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Attack!
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
64, weak. Hey, echo.
2nd down and inches. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carr. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Rock it.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Yellow, yellow. Come back. That's a line. Yellow, yellow.
Here we go. Check 15. Check 50. Come on. 132 fight.
Sundown.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Get the ball right here. Let's go. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
They'll look to throw.
Let's go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, this is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.